I have a weird question, but did you know that stress is actually good for you? Hey, it's Coach Dane here, and I'm a life coach who helps those over 40 live healthier, happier, more fulfilled lives, allowing them to unlock their full potential and age with awesomeness. And today, I want to talk to you about stress and how, in small amounts, it's actually good for you. I know it's crazy, right? The thing is, stress can motivate you, push you forward to new heights, and it can boost your focus and your energy. Think about that. Stress can be good for you. It can even make your body release hormones that raise your performance, both mentally and physically. Are you starting to get this? Are you thinking, wow, I didn't know stress was good for you? In other words, we need stress, but too much stress has the opposite effect. That's when it can affect your mood, your sleep, and your overall health. Those high stress levels are linked with high blood pressure, heart disease, depression, and more. That's ultimately the point I want to make. That's why I'm always talking about having a plan in place to manage your stress. Things like workouts, sleep, and a healthy diet can all help your stress levels. But did you know there are actually six major types of stress? Yes, it's true. Hey, I don't want to go quickly over them because recognizing stress is the first step to managing it. You notice there's a lot of overlap, and some kinds of stress can actually cause other types of stress to occur and actually make them worse. So, again, there are six types of stress that we're going to look at today. The first we're going to talk about is acute stress. This is the most common form of stress, and it's usually a response to an immediate challenge. This could be something like public speaking, dealing with a one more, or dealing with a one time difficult situation, or maybe taking a test, right? You ever get those sweaty palms? Feeling this kind of stress can actually be helpful because it'll keep you alert and focused. Episodic acute stress. This is when you have a lot of stress, a lot of acute stress in your life, like a high stress job, or when you're juggling lots of responsibilities and challenges at the same time. Here's an example: having a stressful day at work where one stressful thing happens after another and another and another, and you go home and you are just wiped out. If this type of stress lasts for a long time, it can affect your health. Chronic stress. This is the third of the stresses we're going to talk about today. Chronic stress. This takes that acute stress and stretches that over a long period of time with very little break. Common causes include a difficult job, money problems, relationship problems. Chronic stress can do a real number on your physical and mental health. Traumatic stress. This occurs when something bad happens, like an accident or a natural disaster or violence. It can cause long lasting emotional and psychological effects. What about psychological stress? This is when you experience negative thoughts, depression, hopelessness, and low self esteem. It can be caused by trauma or chronic stress. Can you see how often these are linked together? What about psychological stress? This is caused by physical problems like medical problems, illnesses, or illness or injuries, or traumatic stress. It doesn't only affect your body, but also your mental and emotional well being. And over time, it can turn into chronic stress. So I know that's quite a list, right? Did any of those six resonate with you? The bottom line is, don't let stress take over your life. Let me repeat, don't let stress take over your life. You have the power to manage your stress and lead a healthier, happier, more prosperous life in order to unlock your full potential and age with awesomeness. Take some time to think about what I talked about today, but don't stress over it. Don't stress over the stresses in your life. Do you have a plan in place to manage your stress? It can worth it can be worth talking to your health care provider and also focusing on your own self-care, because self-care isn't selfish and you deserve self-care. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new, and I'll be back here next week with more good stuff.